Let's chant Om 3 times. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavarogina Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Hari Om. Om Purnamadat Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is a very revolutionary realization, insight. Nothing is imperfect, nothing is incomplete. Everything is perfect as it is. Why? Because it is pervaded by the divine, it is encompassed by the divine. There is nothing outside the divine, so everything is complete. This is also complete, that is also complete. When you take complete from complete, what remains is also complete. And when you add complete to completeness, what remains is completeness. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So 3 Shantis. They are called Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika and Adhyatmika. The 3 areas where when peace reigns, it is easy to grasp the knowledge. In the physical realm, in the mental realm, and the spiritual realm, in these 3 realms, when there is some sort of steadiness, then you are able to grasp the knowledge. So let there be peace in these 3 realms. This is the first shloka, and I think we are all very familiar with this. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchat jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjita ma grudah kasya swigdhanam. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. All this, what we call as the universe, is pervaded by the divine, by the Brahman, by Isha. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever you think the world is, this and many other worlds, everything is pervaded, permeated by the divine. That is a statement. And then he says, a revolutionary line, tena tyaktena bhunjita. The common understanding in the world is to enjoy, you have to accumulate. And only when you can accumulate, when you have something, you can enjoy it. But here he says, only one who is able to let go, he can enjoy fully. Tena tyaktena bhunjita. One who is able to let go, he only knows how to enjoy. When you are not able to let go of what you think is yours, what happens? Attachment comes. What does attachment do? Attachment makes you weak. Whatever you attach to, that can play you in life, isn't it? There is a fear of losing it. There is an insecurity in you when you are attached to something. And you feel that your life is incomplete without it. But when you are able to let go of it, then you can enjoy. Do you see what I'm saying? Tena tyaktena bhunjita. When you can let go of something, you can enjoy that better. So, How do you leave? How do you let go of something? This does not mean you run away somewhere. You leave everything and go away. No, what it means is wherever you are, whatever you have right now, can you engage with it fully without being attached to it? Can you care for something without being attached to something? When you can serve somebody without expecting something from them, when you can deal with people and things and making use of all that is given to you right now without holding on to them tightly, that if this is not there, I am done. So one who renounces, only he can, one who renounces, only he can enjoy better. Magrada kasya svidhanam. Magrada means don't steal. Kasya, whose is wealth anyway? Anyway, everything belongs to the divine. And what you are doing, you are like a caretaker. You are just using this and then you are moving through this life. So don't covet. So this is the first thing which the Guru is telling to the disciples in the Gurukula is saying, look, you are going to listen to the knowledge of the self, Atma Gyan. These are important preparation for you. One, learn to let go of the world. Nothing in the world can give you permanent joy. And when you let go, when you are not holding on to it tightly, you can enjoy it more. And then don't steal. Don't even desire for that which is not yours. Whose is this wealth? Everything belongs to the divine. You don't try to grab anything. Because when you try to grab something, what happens? You cannot enjoy what you steal because you have to hide it. So, what is the point in it? So, he says everything belongs to the divine. What you need will always be given to you by the divine. And only when you are able to let go of the world, you'll be able to enjoy the world better. कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेत् शतं समाः एवं त्वयि न अन्यतो अस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. कुर्वन्नेह कर्माणि, living your life like this, like what? In renunciation and not coveting others' wealth. If you live your life like that, Jijivishet Shatam Samaha. You will live 100 years, but live like this. Evam Tvayi na anyato asti na karma lipyate nare. There is no other way in this world to be engaged in action, but yet be free from karma. This is very, very interesting. Krishna also tells this in the Gita that, oh Arjuna, as long as you identify yourself with this body and the mind, as long as the gunas are influencing you, you cannot be free from action. You cannot not act. All you can do is you can refine your action. In our discussion on during the Bhagavad Gita, we saw there are three types of actions: karma, yajna, and akarma. Karma is what? Where the result is more important than the action. All your actions are result oriented. You are doing something because you want to produce a particular result. That will definitely produce a karma. That's why it's called karma. Then there is yajna. Yajna is where the result is secondary, but the priority is on the doing. The action is more important than the result. You're more engaged in the action than in the result. This is yajna. And then there is akarma, where you are acting as if you are not doing it, but it is happening through you. This is acting in renunciation. This everything in this world, whatever I'm using, whatever is in my control, if I can say, it is all a gift to me. This body is a gift. This knowledge, this intellect is a gift. This ability to sit through these sessions is a gift. I am not going to hold on to it, but I am going to look after it with all utmost sincerity without being attached to it. And when you have to look after that which is under you, which you think the world, which the world says is yours, without being attached, working as a trustee rather than as a owner of it, then the action does not produce impression. This is the only way for you to act in this world and yet be free from the impact of the action. How? Living in renunciation. Asurya namate loka andhena tamasavృతాః तां ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति ये के च आत्मनो जनाः. So, Asurya namate loka andhena tamasavృతాః pretyabhigachanti. Pretya means after death they will go. Who? Those who live in attachment, those who do not live in renunciation, those who are so tightly bound to the world, the pleasures and the material things. What happens to those people? After leaving this body, they are born in the world of Asura, Asurya Levka. They are born in the world of demons, Andena Tamasavrutaha, enveloped by dense darkness. So, Ye kecha atmahano janaha. Such people who are alive and yet while they are alive, they are killing themselves. Here he says, what is suicide in the Upanishad definition? It says one who is not even aware of the self or is indifferent towards the self. He is the one who is killing himself. Why? Because he is going from a higher life to a lower life. If you waste all this life just in pleasures, then what does the existence say? Existence says, well, I gave you so many faculties. What did you use it for? Good for nothing, so you don't deserve it. All talents, all precious things that have been given to you by divine is for you to utilize it to the fullest extent. It is said that when you leave this body, God will not be sitting with a book of mistakes to tell, why did you do this mistake, that mistake? The first thing God will ask is, I gave you so many opportunities to be happy in life. Why did you not use them? So here the Upanishad says, if you don't utilize the opportunity that has been given to you right now in this lifetime, then you will be thrown into a deeper hell. You will be thrown into a much more unprivileged realm of existence where these faculties of Viveka and Vairagya will not even be able to see. You will be completely made choiceless and the nature is going to control you completely. Asurya loka andena tamasavrataha. You will be born in the land of demons completely enveloped by darkness where there is no hope. And now he starts, after telling these few preparatory things, that what? Live life in renunciation. Become qualified to receive this knowledge. Don't covet. Don't steal. Be content with what has come to you. Live a life 100 years, a fulfilled life of fulfillment in this way. Because this is the only way you can be free from karma. And unless you start dropping your impressions, you cannot move towards liberation. But if you continue to live in a very worldly way, heeding only to pleasures and being swayed by pleasures all the time, then you will be born in a much more unprivileged realm. It is also mentioned in the Gita about this Pitruloka, Devaloka, and Brahmaloka. So Pitruloka is one who in this world looks after himself and also looks after others. He gets to go to what's called as the Pitruloka. For the service he has done, the merit he has gained for looking after others, he goes to Pitruloka. But one who has willed to sacrifice his own comfort to look after others, to serve others, he will go to the next level called as Devaloka. He sacrificed his time, his effort, his pleasures so that he could be more useful to the world, more useful to the people. So he will go to the Swarga where they say, well, you could have had so much of pleasures, but you let go of them. Now here you have unending for whatever you want to enjoy. This is your reward. And then somebody for whom there is no question of giving up the world or serving anything, but the whole focus was on the Brahman, on the knowledge of the self, he will reach the Brahma Loka, where he experiences bliss which is beyond the senses. He is able to attain the company of those wise men who can see beyond the senses, who can see the realm of the divinity. So here, after coming to this stage, here the Guru starts describing the self. Aneja dekam manaso javiyo nainad deva apnuvan apurva marshat tad dhavato anyan ityeti tad dhavato anyan atyeti tishtat tasmin napo matarishva dadhati. Now, in the Upanishads, they use 2-3 different techniques of describing the truth, because they are trying to explain something which cannot be explained in words. One of the technique is called the Neti technique. Though this is not it, this is not, this is not. Like we did in the meditation today, the body there are sensations, in the mind there are thoughts, in the intellect there are judgments, and then there is Anandamaya Kosha, but beyond that there is a witness. So you just say, this is not me, this is not me, this is not me. And the another way of is saying things in a very paradoxical way, because the divine encompasses everything. They say it is this also, it is that also. Like in the Kathopanishad, we became familiar with one shloka where it said, what is here is there, what is there is here. One who sees the difference goes from death to death. But it means the divine permeates everything, the manifest and the unmanifest. Don't separate them and say, I will not relate to the world, I will only relate to the self. He says, look, relate to both of them, but focus on what needs to be focused on. Similarly, here what he says, Ekam, this one, this self, anejad manaso javiyo. It is motionless, it is still, but still it runs faster than the mind. Nainad deva apnuvan apurva marshat. Even the gods tried to compete with it, but it overtook them as well. Tad dhavato anyan atyeti tishtat. When everybody was running, it was staying where it was, but still it was faster than those who were running. Matarishva dadhati. Like a mother, it nourishes everything. The air, the prana in the existence nourishes everything like a mother. So you can see these contradictions in the statements. This one principle or the self, it is still, but it is still controls all movement. Say for example, see, you take this example of, say, a wheel. If you take a wheel, the wheel has a peripheral rim and then there is a central core. And to the central core, all the spokes are connected, right? So when the wheel moves, what is it that doesn't move? The one which is the center. The center does not move. Everything else has to move for the movement to happen. But if the center is not there, no movement will anyway happen. Similarly, this is motionless, but yet it makes everything move faster. Gods could not overtake it. Means what? The subtle deities which are running this universe, it is higher than that. The Hiranya Garbha, the creative power in the universe, that is sourced from the Purusha. The Purusha is higher than that, means more powerful, more faster than that, means it is much more powerful than that. Staying still, it still travels farther. So, like the spoke example, we said, it is still, but still it is the only through that the movement happens. And like a mother, it nourishes everything. Means it is the source of everything, like the root from which the tree comes out, it is the source of everything and it nourishes everything. This divinity, this self, this Brahman, it is the source of everything. All manifest comes from this unmanifest, and when you put your focus on this, every aspect of you becomes nourished. Tad ejati, tad na ejati, tad dure, tad antike, tad antarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasya bahyataha. A similar way he continues and says, It is moving, but it is still. So one aspect is this, what Krishna tells in the Gita. One who sees action in inaction and inaction in action, he is the really wise. Action and inaction are part of the same thing. Right now, a part of you is acting, a part of you is not acting. A part of you is witnessing, and it is witnessing all the other parts which are completely acting. Your heart is pumping, the blood is moving, your breath is moving, the digestion is happening, so much is happening within this very body. But in the middle of all this, there is something which is just witnessing all this. So here he says, it is moving, it is still as well. It is distant, it is near. For somebody who has got no idea of the self, God is the farthest thing. It is on top of some farther mountain above the clouds. For somebody who knows meditation, somebody who can get into his self easily, it is the closest. It is within all, it is without all. Very beautiful, right? Very poetic way of telling. It pervades everything. It is within all and it is without all. There is no place where this is not. So there is one puzzle that they give in one of the Upanishadic texts. They say, if you have a pot, okay, an empty pot, and you move that pot from here to there, do you move the pot with the space or does the pot move in the space? Are you getting the question? Does the space move with the pot or does the pot just move in the space? Do you see? Whatever you answer, it is true. Because it is within and without is the same. The space, whether it moves, whether it stays, it is still the same space which is pervading everything. Saparyagat shukram akayam avranam asnaviram shuddham apapaviddham kavir manishi paribuhu swayambhu yata tatyato arthan vyadadat shashvatibhyaha samabhyaha. And this all pervading self is what is running. It is the intelligence that is running this universe. In the Yoga Vasishta, Vasishta tells Rama, this intelligence that is running the universe, that is God. The definition of God is what? The intelligence, the universe is God. It is not something with a name and a form which you keep somewhere. It is that intelligence through which you are listening, through which you are understanding. All that happens to you, to everybody else, and everything in this universe is run by one intelligence. That intelligence knows which part of which seed should sprout, and when it sprout, which part should become the root, which should become the stem, what color should the root be, what color should the stem be. And this does again and again and again and again perfectly. How much the earth's axis should be tilted so that it does not fall off the orbit, how much bright the sun should be, when should it rise, when should it set, all these things. This intelligence which runs this, it is what is it is all pervading, is auspicious. It cannot be anything but auspicious, which can control so much without doing anything. Undistorted. Avranam, undistorted means unchanging. It cannot be molded to anything or anything. It is unchanging. Without muzzle means it cannot be put into a form. That's what it means. You can't put it into a finite form. Means asnaviram. Shuddham apapaviddham. Pure and sinless means nothing can touch it. Nothing so-called nice or not nice can touch it. It is that pure. It is untainted. The word for untainted is what? Niranjana. Niranjana means that which cannot be stained. So self is Niranjana, means it cannot be tainted, cannot be stained. Kavir Manishi Paribuhu. Kavir means that which knows everything. Manishi means the mind of the minds. Paribuhu again means all pervading. It is everywhere. Swayambhu. See, everything that is material has come from some other source. But that which is the source of itself is Swayambhu. And what does it do? Yata tatyatho arthan vyadadat shashvatibhyah samabhyah. As eligible in the manifest world, it allocates roles and responsibilities. Like the Purusha gives responsibility for the Hiranyagarbha, for Brahma to make the creation, and Brahma delegates it to the subtle Devatas to run the world. As and when, how they are, as and what is needed in the world at that time, and as and what their capabilities are, the roles and responsibilities are given. So this is where the karma comes. It is karma which brings everything together in the material world. The people who are around you, they are all there because of some sort of a karmic debt between each one of you. I was having a conversation this morning with my music teacher. Very interestingly, when I was studying all my years till I completed my medicine, the desire or the intention of studying was to get a degree so that I get a job and I earn some money. The intention was not that I want this knowledge so that I can serve the world better. Yes, that may have been a secondary intention, but the primary intention was to pass the exams, get a degree, get a job, make some money, and be settled in life. So, until in my entire medical career, I have never found a single teacher who was inspiring. Because I myself did not go with that thirst for knowledge. I went with a very mundane, ordinary desire to become a doctor, and probably that's why I got very ordinary people around me. But when I decided that I should learn music, or I should learn Sanskrit, or I should learn astrology, or I should progress in spirituality, I found the best of the best to me. Why? Because you are getting there with that intensity, that thirst, the desire for that field, that respect for that is in you. The existence brings only that type of people around you. When the disciple becomes sincere, the right guru comes to you. It's not just you who are looking for a guru, it is the guru is also looking for an able disciple to transfer. And this is the role of the intelligence of the universe, to bring these two together. The subject and the object, the one with the thirst and the one who is ready to give the water. Both these coming together. And my teacher, she was saying that the first time I became a student, it was that time she was going through a very difficult time. She was having so much of struggles in life with so many issues in the world that her only respite was the music. So she did not want to let it. That was her sadhana. The music was her sadhana. She is a brilliantly talented teacher, amazing teacher. And then she was telling that whenever we have a class for about 40 minutes or so, 30 minutes we do music. For 10 minutes we talk about spirituality, we talk about life, we just share insights. And then she was telling this morning, these 4 years, you may think I have taught you music, but you have actually held my hand and taken me through my life. So many situations I had where I had no answers, I was struggling, and through your help, through our interactions, I was able to get through so many. This is how it happens. Your thirst to learn music and their thirst, their desire to move through the aspects of life where it needs a spiritual input, brings people together. So that's what here the Guru is saying. As eligible, the people or the material aspect of existence were allocated roles and responsibilities, so they support each other and fulfill each other's karmic debts. So what does this mean? This is a much more deeper thing as well. Once these roles are completed, then you will separate. All people who are come together, when do they move away? When the karmic debt between those two people is finished. So when anybody comes to you, know that they are coming because there is some sort of a debt between you two. And when they move away, know that that is completed. You have cleared that debt. and they have cleared their debt to you. When people move away from you, don't try to hold on to them. Whether it is by death or separation, when people, possessions come to you and move away, know that people, possessions, and positions, when they come and when they go, know that they are all playing just the game of karma. And be ready to let them go when they go. When they come, receive them with honor. When they go, let them go. Just like your breath. When the breath comes, the incoming breath energizes you, but you don't hold on to it. When it has to go, you let it go. Only when you let go, you can get the next one to come in. See, in your breathing, there is a lesson of letting go of dispassion. When it comes, you honor the incoming breath and say bye bye, goodbye to the outgoing breath. So, everything in life, when it enters your life, receive with honor. When it moves away, let it go with dispassion. And who is the Dhira? This Dhira, even Bhagavad Gita talks about the Dhira, the seeker who is actually making progress. Who is he? Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyeva anupashyati sarva bhuteshu cha atmanam tatona vijugupsate. We heard a similar shloka in the Gita as well. Krishna tells this, one who sees me in everything and everything in me, he is never lost to me. He can never move away from me. And here he says, once you go deeper into knowledge, once you experience more and more of that nirvikalpa samadhi, you will see that the boundaries disappear. Everything appears as one. One who sees all beings within himself and himself in all beings. When you see somebody sing very well, when you see somebody talk very well, when you see somebody perform something very well, when you see a part of you in them, then there is no jealousy. When somebody makes a mistake, when you can see, oh, I have made this mistake as well before, and then there is compassion, there is no anger. That's what he's saying. One who is able to do this, see all beings within himself and himself in all beings, has no aversion. He does not hate anything. Nothing upsets him. See, a mother does not say, I like this child, I don't like that child. Why? Because she sees herself in all the three children, and in all the three children, and she sees herself in the children and the children in herself. So there is no difference in her between her and the children. So there is no sort of, I like this, I don't like this. So has no aversion. Tato na vijugupsate. One who is able to see this oneness flowing between him and everything around him, he is not averse to anything. There is no aversion. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhut vijanataha tatra ko mohaha kaha shokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. And extending the same principle, he says, one who knows that one principle resides in all beings, that one divinity is there in everything. Where is this delusion of this is mine, this is not mine? Where is this attachment that this is mine and that I don't care? Kaha ko mohaha ko kaha shokaha. When something goes away, where is the sadness? Because what has gone away is also divine. What is coming to you is also divine. What you are having, what you don't have, what is leaving, both are aspects of divinity. It's only one principle, that one intelligence, which is playing this game as per your karmic obligations. So when one can see this one principle in everything, what does what is Samachitattva, which Krishna tells in the Gita, one you can see everything as the same, not different. That's how a guru sees everybody. You are all the same. Maybe in names and forms you are different, but it's the same energy in everybody, same divinity. For him, there is neither delusion, there is neither sorrow. You rise above sorrow when you rise above the duality of existence. Recently, we were discussing a video with Gurudev, where Gurudev says the source of suffering is duality. The moment you see the difference, then the suffering has entered into your life. So one who can rise above the duality. How do you rise above duality? What is the source of duality? Your own mind. When you can rise above the mind, above the intellect, and you can dissolve in the self through your meditation, through knowledge, then there is neither moha nor shoka, neither delusion nor sorrow. This does not mean there is no pain in life. No, don't get this. Don't think that tomorrow all your loans will be cleared or all your diseases will disappear. That will not happen. But you will be able to look at it in a much more mature way. You will see that is also something that is coming and going. That is also something which is not permanent. And then you will say, my focus is only going to be on the permanent. That which is coming and going is karma bound. And what I have to do, I will do it without worrying too much about whether it is good or bad, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. I think that much enough for today. Oh, Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhabhat bhave. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.